One of the most important things in coding is understanding the kind of data a program is working with. JavaScript needs a way of recognizing different values so that it can handle them correctly inside a program. That is why JavaScript uses data types. Let's get started. Before learning the different JavaScript data types, there's an important operator that can help us identify and confirm the data type of a value. This operator is called the Typeof Operator. The Typeof Operator checks a value and tells us the kind of data type it belongs to. For example, it can help us know whether a value is a string, a number, or any other data type. As we continue learning the different data types, the Typeof Operator can help us test and confirm the data type of different values. Examples of JavaScript data types. The main JavaScript data types include string, number, Boolean, undefined, null, BigInt, symbol, and object. Each data type has its own purpose, which enables JavaScript organize and manage information correctly. Let us study each data type one by one. String. A string is a collection of characters written inside quotation marks. Strings can store names, messages, sentences, and many other forms of text. Strings can use double or single quotes. Quotes help JavaScript know that the value is text. JavaScript also allows quotes inside strings as long as the inner quotes are different from the outer quotation marks, like in the examples. Number. Numbers are used to store numeric values in JavaScript. Numbers can represent ages, prices, marks, distances, scores, temperatures, and many other numeric values. JavaScript numbers can be whole numbers or decimal numbers. Boolean. Boolean is a data type that only has two possible values, true or false. Booleans are mainly used when programs need to make decisions. For example, is the password correct? Is the student present? Is the player alive? Did the user log in successfully? Booleans work closely with comparison operators. Comparison operators are used to compare values. Examples include the equal to operator, not equal to operator, greater than operator, and the less than operator. Let me show you how to use the Boolean data type. First, I will create a variable called a and assign a value. Now, I will use the comparison operators to compare the value stored inside the variable. On the next line, I will add the brackets and type a, two equal signs, and finally 8. The two equal signs is what we call the equal to operator. This operator checks whether two values are equal. In this case, JavaScript will check whether the value stored inside a is equal to 8. On the next line, I will add the brackets and type a not equal to 8. The exclamation mark and the equal sign is what we call the not equal to operator. The not equal to operator checks whether two values are different. On the next line, I will add the brackets and type a greater than 8. The greater than operator checks whether one value is larger than another. On the next line, I will add the brackets again and type a less than 8. The less than operator checks if one value is smaller than another. Then I will type in the expression statements for each comparison to display the result. Finally, I will save the changes and open the terminal. I will type in node, add a space, and type in the name of my JavaScript file together with its extension, which is .js. Then I will press the Enter key to run the program. JavaScript will now evaluate all the comparison expressions and display their Boolean results in the terminal. The first output displayed is false because 6 is not equal to 8. The second output displayed is true because 6 is not equal to 8. The third output displayed is false because 6 is not greater than 8. and the final output displayed is true because 6 is less than 8. Undefined. Undefined means a variable has been declared, but it has not been given a value yet. This usually happens when a programmer creates a variable first and plans to assign a value later. At this point, the variable exists, but it does not contain a value. JavaScript automatically gives it the value undefined. Here's how the undefined data type works. First, I will declare a variable called b. Since I'm not assigning any value to the variable, I will simply end the statement with the semicolon. At this point, the variable exists, but it does not contain any value. On the next line, I will type in the expression statement. Finally, I will save the changes and go back to the terminal. I will press the up arrow key, which will automatically type in the node.js command in the terminal. Then, I will press the enter key to run the program. The output displayed in the terminal is undefined because the variable does not have a value. Null. Null is a special value that means empty or nothing. Unlike undefined, null is usually assigned deliberately by the programmer. It tells JavaScript that this variable currently has no value. For example, a user profile picture may temporarily contain no image, so the value can be set to null. Null is important because it helps programmers intentionally represent emptiness in programs. Here's how the null data type works. First, I will declare a variable called c, and the value will be null. On the next line, I will type in the expression statement. Finally, I will save the changes, go back to the terminal, and run the file. The output displayed in the terminal is null. BigInt. BigInt is a special data type used for very large whole numbers. Normal JavaScript numbers have a limit which is 15. When numbers become extremely large, JavaScript may lose accuracy. BigInt solves this problem by allowing JavaScript to safely handle extremely large integers. Let me show you how to use the BigInt data type. First, I will declare a variable called d, and the value will be a very large whole number. Before I end the statement with a semicolon, I will add an n. In JavaScript, the letter n is used to indicate that the value is a BigInt. On the next line, I will type in the expression statement. Finally, I will save the changes, go back to the terminal, and run the file. The output displayed in the terminal is the same very large number followed by the letter n. Object. Objects are used to store collections of related data together. Objects are very important in JavaScript. For example, a student may have a name, a car, and a school. Instead of storing each value separately, JavaScript can group them together inside an object. Objects are written using curly braces. Inside the curly braces, information is stored as properties. Objects help programmers organize data more efficiently. Let me show you how to use the object data type. First, I will declare a variable called e and add the curly braces. Inside the curly braces, objects store information as properties. Each property contains a name and a value separated by a colon. Each property is separated by a comma. On the next line, I will type in the expression statement. Finally, I will save the changes, go back to the terminal, and run the file. The output displayed in the terminal is the name and the value of the properties. Symbol. Symbol is a special data type used to create unique values in JavaScript. Even if two symbols appear similar, JavaScript still treats them as completely different values. Symbols are mainly used to create unique identifiers. This helps programmers avoid conflicts between values that may accidentally have the same name. Symbols are more advanced compared to other data types, and they are useful in large applications and complex systems. Here's how the symbol data type works. First, I will declare a variable called f, add the assignment operator, which is the equal sign, and type in symbol. Next, I will add the brackets, add the quotation marks, and type in ID. The text inside the brackets is called the description of the symbol. I will create another variable called g. I will again type symbol, open brackets, and use the same description, which is ID. I will type in the expression statement for each symbol. Finally, I will save the changes, go back to the terminal, and run the file. The output displayed in the terminal is the same for both symbols. Even though they appear similar when displayed, JavaScript still treats them as unique values internally. This demonstrates how the symbol data type is used to create unique identifiers in JavaScript. Let me show you how to use the Typeof operator. On the next line, I will type in the expression statement. Before I add the variable name inside the brackets, I will first type in Typeof, then add a space and type in the variable name. Finally, I will save the changes and run the file in the terminal. The output displayed in the terminal is symbol. The Typeof operator has therefore helped me to identify the JavaScript data type that I have used. Thank you for learning with Tech Hub Academy. Today you have learned about JavaScript data types and understood their purpose. Continue practicing by experimenting with different kinds of values and observing how JavaScript handles them. Comment below if you have any questions. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the lesson with others. In the next lesson, you will learn about JavaScript operators. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.